Monday, September 28. Welcome to CGN News. Registrar and Chief Executive Officer of the Caribbean Examinations Council, the CXC, Dr. Wayne Wesley, says that requests by candidates for queries and reviews should be submitted to the examination body by October 23. He said queries regarding absent and ungraded results are free, but there is a fee for reviews. Wesley was speaking recently at a virtual press conference to provide clarity on concerns raised following the release of the preliminary results for CAPE and CSEC. Ministries of Education from across the region have written to the Barbados-based examination body regarding candidates' dissatisfaction with this year's grades. Dr. Wesley said that CXC has received no formal complaints from students and that the concerns being raised about grades are not reflected in the results. Guyana's Chief Elections Officer Keith Lowenfield was arrested on Saturday as part of an ongoing probe into alleged electoral fraud at the March general and regional elections. According to the police, Lowenfield was arrested and several allegations were put to him in the presence of his attorney. The Guyana police force said that after being told of the allegations, Lowenfield exercised his right to remain silent. He's already facing criminal charges for alleged misconduct in public office and fraud. The chief elections officer was released on station bail on the condition that he reports to the Criminal Investigation Department headquarters today, Monday. Cayman's Human Rights Commission, the HRC, has called for respect and civility as the country proceeds to implement new regulations legalizing civil partnerships between couples of the same sex. The Cayman Compass reports that the regulations under the civil partnership law will become effective today, Monday, after being approved by Cayman's governor and gazetted last Friday. The civil partnership law will provide same-sex couples with a legal framework equivalent to marriage, which is currently restricted to heterosexual couples under Cayman's marriage law. The law has been controversial in the Cayman Islands since its introduction. The presidential election for Jamaica's opposition People's National Party, PNP, will take place November 7. The decision was arrived at on Sunday at the PNP's National Executive Council meeting. Following the heavy defeat the party suffered in the September 3 polls, party president Dr. Peter Phillips declared that he would be resigning as soon as his successor is determined. Two MPs, Lisa Hanna and Mark Golding, have now confirmed their intention to contest the election. Reports out of Britain are that China had a big hand in the decision by the Barbados government to break from the British monarchy and become a republic. However, China has staunchly refuted the allegations. The spokesman for the embassy of the People's Republic of China in Barbados scolded the Foreign Affairs Committee in Britain over suggestions that Beijing has used investment and debt diplomacy as a means of control. In an interview with Barbados Today, he dismissed the allegations as totally groundless and said that China remains firm in its commitment to strengthen the friendship between the two countries. Overseas now, a report in the New York Times has revealed that President of the United States, Donald Trump, has paid no income tax at all in 10 of the previous 15 years as a result of reporting that he lost more money than he made. The report also showed that Trump paid $750 in federal income taxes in 2016, the year he won the election, and the following year he paid another $750. The New York Times obtained Donald Trump's tax information extending over more than 2 decades, revealing struggling properties, vast write-offs, an audit battle, and hundreds of millions in debt coming due. Also reportedly hanging over Trump is a decade-long audit battle with the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, over the legitimacy of a $72.9 million tax refund that he claimed and received after declaring huge losses. Trump called the report fake news. A memorial to an 18th century slaver will be removed from the church wall of an English market town following a vote by parish leaders. The plaque in St. Peter's, Dorchester, commemorates plantation owner John Gordon and his role in the killing of hundreds of slaves in Jamaica. Calls for it to be removed grew after a statue of slave trader Edward Colston was torn down during a Black Lives Matter protest in Bristol in June. John Gordon died in Dorchester in 1744, aged 46, during a visit to England. The stone's inscription, which says Gordon is buried nearby, hails his, quote, bravery and humanity for his instrumental part in the 1760 uprising by slaves in Jamaica, which became known as Tacky's War. Between 400 and 500 slaves were killed as colonial forces sought to suppress the revolt. A Jamaican is hoping that she will be the first woman, person of color, and Caribbean immigrant to be selected mayor of Palm Bay in Florida. Kay Mirage, a registered Democrat, will face off against a Republican opponent on November 3. The mayoral aspirant was born in Kingston, Jamaica, but moved to St. Mary with her parents before later settling in Ocho St. Anne. She attended the Aracabessa and Ocho primary schools and later Fern Court High before moving on to Monique College. She migrated to the United States in 1998, settling in New Jersey, only to return to Jamaica in 2001, but in 2009 she resettled in Florida. Mirage, a real estate agent and small business owner, currently sits on the city's Community Development Advisory Board and Planning and Zoning Board. She's also vice president of the Caribbean Sports and Cultural Association of Palm Bay. A Chinese health official said Friday that the country's annual production capacity for coronavirus vaccines will top 1 billion doses next year. This follows an aggressive government support program for construction of new factories. Capacity is expected to reach 610 million doses by the end of this year, the National Health Commission said. American pharmaceutical giants Pfizer and Moderna aim to produce 1 billion doses each in 2021 as well. Distribution of the vaccines would prioritize groups such as medical workers, border personnel, and the elderly before they are made available to general public. China has 11 vaccine candidates in human trials, with 4 of them currently in the third and final trials. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.